So Caitlin Clark yesterday had a unbelievably good second half and overtime. Not the greatest first half, and by not the greatest first half, arguably her worst second quarter of the year. And started third quarter, it's the wrong thing. She had 6 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 6 turnovers in the first half. That was not great. And as you can see here, need a mental reset headed into the second half. And if you agree, Caitlin Clark 100% had some form of crazy mental reset, subscribe. We are trying to hit 30. If we can hit 34,000 by the end of the day, that'll be absolutely insane. We're trying to hit 35k by the end of the regular season, which is, we've only got 4 games left to do that. But sorry, but I think size doesn't know how to work Caitlin Clark. She doesn't help out to her, and frustration just seems to add to it. And I stand by that. Like, Caitlin Clark's kind of pissed off. She should have sat for 3 or 4 minutes in that first half. Simply put, Caitlin should not have been on the floor in the first half. The problem is you went with a lineup where you decided to put Erica Wheeler, Kay Lou Samuelson, Temi Fig-Bentley, and Demir Dantos on the floor at the same time. You can't have that lineup on the floor at the same time. You need to sit Caitlin Clark for a few minutes. There's no reason for her to play 45 minutes in a game. I know she doesn't want to come out, but you just have to. Tell her to come out. And immediately she stormed into the locker room. But we obviously saw in the second half, 20 points, 8 assists in the second half and overtime. With 3 turnovers. And if you saw it, one of them was a bad pass. She made a bad pass trying to throw to Lexi Hull. 2 of her turnovers in that second half were like barely turnovers. As in, I don't understand how they were given to her. But one of them was pretty bad. She beat the F out of them chairs. If you didn't see, she went to a whole different room. If you didn't see what happened here, take a look, lads, at what happened right here. Take a look. So, the whole team is going straight. The whole team is going straight. And take a look at what happens. Caitlin Clark into a completely different room. And some people are like, oh, it's the bathroom. No, she immediately got followed by the first person there. While the whole team are high-fiving fans or people there. She immediately veers right. It goes into a different room at halftime. Like, I wonder what the hell was going on. Like, some people were like, oh, she has her own crash out room. And you know what? It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. Sometimes you just have to beat up a punching bag. If they want to put a punching bag in there, give Caitlin Clark a fairly soft punching bag. Give Caitlin Clark some boxing gloves and let her just take out her rage on a punching bag for like 2 or 3 minutes. I think every team should have that. I mean this. I think every team should have a crash out room. I'd love that. Like, that would be great. If not even just Caitlin Clark's frustrated, if anyone's frustrated, Chicago Sky would be great for Kennedy Carter. Trying to think of what players play with on that kind of edge of passion, because that's the thing when it comes to Caitlin Clark is that you don't want to. She plays kind of on the line of like completely like erupting, and she's like on the line of it. She could lose it in any given game, and that's why Lisa Bluder was so good, was because she was very, very good at getting the best out of Caitlin. Because if you can get the best out of Caitlin, she's the best offensive player in the world. Arguably the best player in the world. The problem is, again, yeah, like, they, jeez, I just lost my train of thought. But, like, obviously what Lisa Bluder was doing was incredible. What Lisa Bluder was able to do was incredible. And then you're seeing now sometimes her like going past the line and becoming a detriment to her team. But I'm all for this. For players like Caitlin Clark, for players like Kennedy Carter, where it's like, if you can get them fully locked in, they're 2 of the best players in the world. I don't mind. Obviously, this is not a crash out room. I don't know where she went. But she went somewhere. She went somewhere. Someone making sure she didn't fracture her hand. Wonder if she had a migraine. Guess it's a room where the migraines result in edging over a bucket or toilet. Genuinely think she was going to throw up. I think she wanted to fight Christy Sides. I genuinely think in that first half she wanted to fight Christy Sides. And look, no matter what she did at halftime, she got her head back. She got her head back involved. And that's why they won the game. And look, sorry. Yeah, look, they don't win the game if Caitlin Clark doesn't get her head back into the game. But look, Aaliyah Boston was the best player on the floor. Aaliyah Boston was the best player on the floor right today. But still, They don't win if she plays like she did in the first half. They won. They well and truly won. Like, the only reason they went down 20 at halftime is because Indiana didn't miss. And like, you cannot rely on not missing as a tactic of winning a basketball game. So whatever happened at the halftime talk, considering they went down from down 4 to down 16, did not work. A lot of people were like, oh, whatever happened at halftime worked. No, it didn't. They were down 4. They went down 16 very, very quick. Whatever happened in that halftime team talk didn't work. And it wasn't even a timeout, by the way. Chrissy Sides called a timeout when they were down 12, and then they immediately went down 16. What happened was, Kelsey Mitchell, we got a couple of free throws. They had a couple of travels. Kelsey Mitchell hit a huge transition 3, and Caitlin Clark then went on a 9-0 run by herself. That's what happened. And not only that, Caitlin Clark went, or say an 8-0 run. Caitlin Clark went on a 12-point run, or was it a 14-point run, where every single bucket the team scored was either scored or assisted by Caitlin Clark. And yes, Aaliyah Boston took them home. But the comeback was through her. The comeback was from her, but Aaliyah Boston took them home and she closed that game, which I'm so happy for Aaliyah Boston because she closed it in the exact way that she missed earlier in the season, and it just shows the growth of not only her from the start of the season to now, but also the team from now. So Chrissy Sides has got to do a better job with Caitlin, though. She does, because look, Caitlin's not easy to coach. I don't even think Lisa Bluter would say Caitlin Clark is easy to coach. All of her coaches in Iowa were like, we've had to throw her out of practice. We've had to give her tees in practice before. Like, she's not easy to coach. Even her teammates, when you first try to play with her, she's not easy to play with. Like, I don't think Kobe Bryant was easy to coach. Outside of the years with Phil Jackson, Kobe Bryant was not like as great as he was individually. There was no real team success. Like, you need to have the right coach. And is the right coach Lisa Bluter? Maybe not. Maybe. But you need to have a coach that is able to get the best out of Caitlin Clark. And not just Caitlin Clark being Caitlin Clark. Like, Caitlin Clark is Caitlin Clark. She's going to be one of the best players in the world no matter who's coaching her. But if you want Caitlin Clark to make that step to being the best player in the world, Chrissy Sides can't be that coach. She just cannot be that coach. And I don't even hate Chrissy Sides as a coach. I think she does certain things well. I think she does certain things badly. But like, you cannot have the closest thing to a modern NBA point guard with an old school WNBA coach. Even though Chrissy Sides is clearly trying, the coach of the month seems to have gone to her head because she now wants to slow the tempo down. She thinks slow equals control, when in reality, control the pace equals control the game. And if you slow down Caitlin Clark, she goes from the best player in the world to an average point guard in a slow down system. But yeah, that is pretty much it. Caitlin Clark gone viral for taking a turn away from the changing room. I cannot believe that. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.